This is just a really important topic to me right now because I thought about it all week and I could not stop thinking about it. Hi friends! I'm Jenica Hill. Welcome to, or welcome back to, I see you subscribers, my channel, which is all about embracing and celebrating your full magical self. Because you, my friend, are magical. You are so magical. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. This week, I would like to talk about believing people when they tell you their sexuality. I could call it believing bisexuals, but I don't like using the term bisexuals because people shouldn't be defined by their sexual orientation, so people who are bisexual. But also it's about believing anybody about their sexual orientation or gender identity or anything else about their identity. This video is in response to a comment I received on my childhood signs I knew I was bisexual video. And I want to preface this by saying I harbor no ill will about this comment. It just got me thinking about this subject, and so I wanted to address it. Please do not try to find the comment. Please do not get angry with or anything like that the person who wrote the comment, because it's not a big deal. Not that you would do that, I'm just prefacing it because, I want to make sure that we are maintaining a really supportive and healthy online environment. At least on my channel, okay? So, the comment was something along the lines of, it sounds like you are a lesbian and this is compulsory heterosexuality. That's not the exact comment, and I just don't care what the exact comment was, but it was basically along the lines of, what I'm hearing from your video is compulsory heterosexuality and you might be a lesbian. Okay. So when I read this comment, I'm not gonna lie to you, I felt very defensive and I felt hurt. And so I wanted to explore why this comment hurt me and why I felt so upset after reading it, because frankly, though comments do sometimes get to me, I recognize the fact that it's the internet and people are going to say what they want to say and they're entitled to their opinions, and it doesn't make a difference to me. It's not going to define who I am or anything like that. But I thought about why this upset me, and this video is sort of my response and what I came up with. So first, let's talk about compulsory heterosexuality a little bit, in case you're unsure what exactly that means. I looked it up just to make sure I was right about what it means, and I was. But essentially, compulsory heterosexuality, in case you don't know, which you might already, refers to the idea that our society assumes that everybody is heterosexual, and that's the mainstream. So you're basically obligated to be heterosexual to fit into mainstream society, and people assume that you're heterosexual, okay? So it's kind of what I talked about in another video regarding children and how people often assume children are heterosexual until they come out otherwise, which is problematic because that's just assuming that people are heterosexual in general, and that's not true, as we know. So compulsory heterosexuality refers to the notion that when people assume that they are heterosexual from birth, they're just gonna follow what they see in society about being heterosexual and just like people of the opposite gender because they're supposed to, essentially. That's just a little bit about compulsory heterosexuality. Do I think that this exists? Of course, it definitely exists. Do I think it's a problem? Yes. Do I think that there might be people who suffer from compulsory heterosexuality and don't realize that they are gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, asexual, queer, any other form of not straight? Absolutely. I also think that folks need to figure that out for themselves. I believe it's so important for us as a supportive community of aware folks to make sure that we are believing people when they say what their gender or sexual identity is. Because people are on their own journey. journey. People are on their own journey. And some people can't come out right now, maybe because they haven't realized some part of themselves yet, or maybe because it's not safe for them right now. Maybe it's just not mentally okay for them right now. We don't know what's happening with somebody and we don't know what their situation is. So for me, it's really important that we believe folks. Also, there's a history for bisexual folks, especially, of people straight, gay, lesbian saying bisexuality doesn't exist, it's a phase, you're just confused. And this erases an entire identity and group of people. And I know that I'm bisexual because I know what it feels like to be attracted to multiple genders. In fact, I probably would be pansexual if I had explored this more as a young adult, but to me right now, it's just not important to label it one way or another. And bisexual for me is just the label that feels the most right now. Regardless, the point is, it hurt me because I felt like the comment invalidated my experience and seemed to say that someone else knew more about my sexuality than I do.
Which is impossible.
Because people know themselves deep down more than we can ever know them. Can we encourage people to explore more about themselves and really reach deep into parts that might be scary at first? Absolutely. Should we tell them who they are? I don't think so. That's my take. If a therapist works with someone and they suggest maybe you should consider the fact that you might be, if that's what a therapist is doing, that's different. Somebody is trained to talk to people and help them affirm their identity, but as far as I know about professionals working with folks on gender identity and sexual identity, I don't believe professionals tell people what they are either, right? Or how to identify. They ask and listen and take information in and then help people explore for themselves. Okay. So, okay,
I know I might be coming off as preachy, and I'm not trying to be because I'm probably preaching to the choir.
but this is just a really important topic to me right now because I thought about it all week and I could not stop thinking about it. For me, I will say I understand this person's perspective, probably having not watched my entire video. And I've thought a lot about this as well. Like, why would it come off that I might be a lesbian? So I have explored the part of me that's attracted to men or people who identify as men because I've known that part of me my whole life. From puberty to adulthood. I'm married to a person who identifies as male and is identifies as heterosexual. This person is the love of my life and I'm so attracted to him more than anybody else, you know? So I know what that feels like, and it's not something that is a secret to me. It's not scary to me at all. It's not different. The part of me that's attracted to females is a part of me that I suppressed for my entire life. And my childhood signs I knew I was bisexual video is about me thinking back to memories I have as a child and trying to deconstruct them now that I know that I'm bisexual. And so the part of me that's attracted to females is the part that I just never explored. So it's the part that I talk about more often because it's scarier and more vulnerable and new. So that's my take on why someone might say that in the comments. But bottom line, let's let people tell us how they identify. Because people might be in a process of exploring. And as we know, gender and sexual identity are fluid, and people can change their minds about how they identify at any time in their life, and that is their prerogative. So that's the video for this week, folks. Let's talk about it. I would love to have constructive conversation in the comments. Please like this video if you liked it. You can thumbs down if you didn't like it. That's fine too. Let's be kind to each other and love on each other. And again, doesn't matter about this comment. It just sparked conversation. So I'm very actually grateful for the comment because it sparked conversation and made me really think about why this is important to me. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And as always, please go out and be your full magical self today because the world needs you just as you are. You beautiful, beautiful soul.